Hey, okay, I was thinking now a video might be better. So I think you know that. I mean, you should. This is your original one, and as you can see, for example, when I get a bit closer, there is a face inside of here, and when I delete it, well, yeah, and this is causing the trouble, because you have a face inside, and you have it I think it's even connected to this. Yeah, it's connected to this outer edge, and then the subsurface doesn't know what to do, and subdivision doesn't know what to do, the shader doesn't know what to do, and therefore this is causing these issues that you have with this hard edge suddenly here, because, well, it just doesn't know how to do it because there's another face inside. So select the face and X and face. Now it's gone. Then you have this one, and I just switch to the vertex mode. I always switching between 1, 2, and 3 between the different modes. And then you can select just this outer edge, and it will go and select everything and press F, and you will fill it. And now you don't have this problem anymore. And when I now add a subdivision surface modifier and crank it up to like 3, we will see some problems appearing, but this is not one of them. When you go to the object mode, we now have some really light problems here on this edge. And this happens because this here is round, but this here is flat. So you have like a, let's go to different matcap. Yeah, something like that probably. Maybe that helps a little bit more. Here you can clearly see the edge that you have. It's not only, it's also because it's an n-gon, you know? It has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N-gon. But it's also because it's just not round. What you've created with this is, these are all perfectly round. When you combine them, these are round. But this here is not round. It's actually just meeting up here. And it was in between. You would need to pull it into this direction, into the X direction a little bit. But to do that, oh, it's horrible. Okay, so what else? Yeah, okay, you have some of these not so really creased edges around here that are not really creased, and when you put them up to 1, it's okay. And you put them 1 to 1. So yeah, this I think looks better now. Shade smooth, it's already shade smooth, it's already, yeah, the auto smooth is already on. Yeah, and this is nice. But when you, for example, bevel now, what happens then? When we delete that and we bevel it and go to 0.1 millimeter, because this is, and we deactivate clump, yeah, we get a strange artifacts, which I would suggest here. Okay, now you can delete these. You can delete these. When you select an edge, for example, and you press Control X, it will just remove this edge. It will dissolve it. This is a nice way to get rid of it. When you hover over something, press L and press H, you can hide it. And then you can see you have here these insides. X, face, delete. 2, select these sides. Edge, bridge, loops. Shift, Alt, these 2. Control X for dissolve. And you have this nice shape now. Go back to object mode. And now you could edit, for example, by Boolean. So a Boolean operation will actually make this one piece. So I can press L to select everything. I press P and select, and set this separate by selection. And now I have 2 parts. I have this part that I can move. I have this part that I can move. Then I can go inside of, well, I just delete here the bevels again because I don't want them now. I add a Boolean and I want this here. Press H and now it's this. Yeah, it's just taking it away. But I can say union and now we have them together. And then I can say apply. The other one is still there. So make sure you delete it. And now you have one. Okay, I have disabled some stuff here. So Alt H to end height. unhide everything, and then when you go in here, you should see, yep, it's nice and fine. Everything looks good. So, and when I now add, for example, a bevel, I will get this ugly stuff going on, because this face, when we take a look, doesn't know what to do, because we have these strange, we have these massive n-gons everywhere. And one tip, you can insert it. You can insert them both a little bit. And now it's not as hard anymore, but still we have like a effect here. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, you need like still a connection. Okay, this is bad. You can just join them and dissolve this, dissolve that. No, not these. Join these two. Dissolve, 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 dissolve. Creasing them. Overall, you would not need to crease them, I think. So I can put it down because they are on the inside. And we still have this ugly one over here. Join. Join. Not Control X. I don't want to completely delete them. I want to remove them. Then can I remove these two? And now it should be better. Still having some problems over here. But I am not totally sure why. As you can see, it could be the bevel. The bevel is causing some issues here. Probably because of the, okay. We have still massive n-gons here, and you can just insert them, and then they should fix at least some of these problems. Now we still have some going on. How is the... not back face culling here. Face orientation is good. And you can see the reflection is not really working. You see when I go up and down, it just crumbles everything, but it's fine when I deactivate the bevel. But now in theory, you could go inside and can, for example, select this here and bevel it manually. He says. Give it some more. Now you have this nice bevel all around it. Yeah. You could also go and unbevel it, and you still add the bevel modifier, but then you limit it to the geometry that you want. Yeah, there's somewhere you can say where it wants to go. System? No. Vertex group. Yeah. And now it's not beveling at all. Oh, well, or is it? Well, it is beveling at the creases, and it looks pretty okay, actually. You can give it some more. This is looking strange now. Or maybe it does actually bevel everything, and that's not what you really want. It's not about the creases, it's just beveling everything. So you can create a vertex group. Call it bevel group. And then, for example, because you want to bevel shortly going, I want to have the optimal display. So here, and for example, you assign them to the bevel group. And then you can switch to bevel here and can take a look at it again. And you will see Just this is now beveled, and it's completely procedural, which is nice. Yeah. Then you get these others. No, can just add these others one as well to the bevel. But this would be a way to do it, for example. This here, again, is a problem because here it's flat, here it's curved, and adding this just makes it more. And just adding this one little thing here is actually bad and causes these problems. You could also insert them a little bit, and the one on down here, just to make sure that you don't get any problems with the shading. Also, you should be aware that the middle point of your object is right here in the middle. So it's like disconnected. You can just move everything GZ a little bit down, for example, if you want to have it here. Can be important when you want to rotate stuff or later on. Yeah, this is a possible solution. And how can we fix these here? Well, what you can do to at least make it into quartz is you can go into the control, yeah, into the right view. You select this one, take the knife, click on it, press C to constrain it to one axis, put it all the way down, return. Now you have at least quartz, because this is a quad node, this is a quad node, and you can even go around, and you see here it will break because this is not a quad, but here it will just work fantastically because it's actually a quad now. Also goes all the way around, but still you have this problem because this one here is not round. In theory, yes, as I already mentioned, you could go and can just GX shift and ever so slightly moving it out, but it will be really hard to do right. I think, nah, not really, because getting this perfectly round again is not easy. Maybe you can do it by looking from the downside, and then go into edit mode, then select everything, and I have the so-called mirror to the loop tools enabled, and when I can circle them, but yeah, they get offset then, and doesn't really work. And I can say lock the Z-axis because that is the one you don't want. You can even set the radius if you know it. Flatten, regular, best fit, circle. Yeah, it would just pull it a little bit off and will make it worse. Maybe some other has more tips, but I'm lost here. But I think now you at least know what's going on. I hope so. You want, for example, here a little bevel. You can just assign it and it will bevel for you, but this will create this hard edges here as well, so maybe not really what you want. Remember that you can just give it a little bit more. Now it will just go all the way. Sadly, I thought you could use the way to give it a little bit of bevel. I also inserted too much. You can see it here. You're bad. And you can also go here. By the way, if you want to connect, then press J and they will just connect, as you can see. And then you can, for example, remove these and get like a kind of nice flow around it. Remember that the edge flow is always important when you have like, this is also why quads are more important than other stuff. Okay, I talk too much now, but hopefully this will help you and give you an idea what you can do here and how to work with it. You have to get around some stuff because, well, it's just not as easy as something it oftentimes looks like, especially when it comes to shading and subdiv. Because, yeah, what does a subdiv do? It tries to interpolate between these these faces and how they should interact with each other, and the shading tries to do the same. And if you have some loops like that, they will help you to define how it should work, because now you don't have this n-gon here, and it doesn't have to go from this n-gon to this side. No, it can go from this n-gon to this. And here, this is completely flat. Every vertex here is on one, on one side, not one side. And it is connected to the same ones that also are only in one dimension. They lack the y dimension, which might make it easy. Oh, it makes it definitely easier. I mean, I can remove that, and you can take a look, and it's pretty okay, probably because of the crease. I don't see any issues with it right now. So yeah, you have to try it. You have to try. But that is how you can do it.